going on, YouTube? Back with another video, man. Trying to crank these videos out, man, for you guys, man. But you see who up on the screen, man. You got Shakur Stevenson against Chris Colbert, man. I think this will be an excellent matchup, man. I know they was going back and forth on Twitter and everything like that, but I think two are highly skilled athletes, man, boxers. I think both of them are very special, man. But I'll start off with the video saying that I do think Stevenson would come out with the victory, man. I just think he's too sharp, man. I don't know, he's just a special fighter, man. He's just different, man. His last performance, man, what he put on, man, it was just something special, man. Every time I watch this kid, man, he's dominant, man. He's spot on. You know, one fight ain't different than the other fight, man. He always giving 110% in the ring, man. You could tell by, anytime you can see anybody waver in certain fights, man, they may be good in one fight, not good in the other. But he's super consistent, so he's always working at his craft, man. And being around Terrence Crawford, I can almost say the same thing. I can say the same thing about both of them fighters, man. They always put on the show. Chris Colbert, man, he's still up and coming, man. He's a little older, or whatever. Everybody ain't gonna start at starting line at the same time. So he is a little bit older. I think he's like 25, 26 years old, but he's very special, very fast fighter, man. But I just think, in my assessment, I think that Stevenson will break him down. I would probably say even stop him, man. I think that Colbert, he throw a lot of flashy shots and everything like that. But a lot of times, man, you leave yourself open against high-level fighters because they can pick you off. But let's get into this video, man. I love doing it this way because you can show a video. You can talk about it, show a video or whatever. You can put on fantasy fights and stuff like that. Actually show visuals and stuff like that. I try to keep it as real as possible. It's kind of cool just kind of doing a different type of boxing channel, man. I always say in my videos, man, shout out to all the boxing channels out there, man. Paving the way for up and coming YouTubers, new boxing fans and stuff like that. It just makes the sport very, very big. I try to make my content a little bit different. I will have some more stuff once this channel start really growing. So, please smash the like button, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. These videos been doing very well, man. I couldn't ask for anything more. But let's get into this video. Before we do, I want to say check out my merch at Tachi.com. Check out my IG at Tachi Clothing. Check out my other one at Auto Fashion. And then I'm on Facebook at Tachi Auto Fashion, where I do cars and fashion and stuff like that. Cars and fashion is the same thing to me. And I just enjoy both of them. So please go check that out. Go check me out on Twitch also. And it's at Big Bear not Super Sport, but Big Bear. That's my that's my other company's name, but it's Big Bear Game Squad. So please go check me out on Twitch over there. You'll see a lot more boxing content and stuff like that, man. You'll see, I think I play Forza, and so the cars and boxing and stuff like that. Kind of my two favorites right there. But please go check all that social media stuff out, man. We'll be in the link below. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's get into this video.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for our main event. 12 rounds of lightweight action. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp. Sugar's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes. The professional's the kind of fighter who you just know has no self-doubt. Look at the way he... The opening bell of this scheduled 12-rounder here. A much-anticipated fight. Round one underway. Teddy, I've heard you say so many times when you talk about upper body and head movement defensively is, hey, don't worry about missing by this much. Just miss by a little bit.
Yeah, that's being a real pro. If you make him miss by too much, by the time you come back to get the other end of it, he's not there. You're not going to catch him. You want to make him miss just enough. It's just as safe whether you make him miss by a mile or by an inch. But if you make him miss by an inch, you can come back and counter him.
Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Halfway through round number 1. Good block by the professional. Tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Come on, get focused. Last 10 seconds of this first round. The professional is doing something that I often question, and that's a fighter going out there as that round comes to an end. Once again, just being able to say, he didn't put forth enough effort. Why?
Because it's a mental game, Joe, and it's about confidence. And right now, he does not have the confidence to go forth and do those things. Even though you and me are looking and we see the opportunities there, he doesn't see them. He doesn't feel them.
Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. To go here in this round. Nice block by the professional. Sugar's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. He scored well after being hit himself. The professional's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical, because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball, or, you know, he could be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lackings of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
The combo lands upstairs. Sugar's speed, to me, Teddy, is clearly the biggest difference we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, but there's ways to take away speed. One is to go downstairs to the body and start to discourage the guy a little bit. You know, take some of the air out of those sails.
Not getting it done with that straight right hand. Sugar's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Three minutes gone by in this round. He's been on target with his attack. Good, accurate punching as we begin round number 4 here, and he's up 3-0 on your scorecard, Tate.
Good counter punching. And when you're counter punching the right way, you're usually getting clean shots. He's getting them.
Nice work, nice work. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Sugar. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Comes right back with some offense of his own. There you go. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Seconds to go in round number 4. Keep moving. He missed with that headshot. In and out. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Sugar. Sugar's combination that was landed moments ago is one of those examples of what every trainer would really like to have, and that's a fighter with good hand speed.
Yeah, and he's showing that right now. Now, the trainer in the other corner hopes he has a guy with good timing, because timing can negate speed.
The professional's proving to be elusive. 4th round now with its last 10 seconds.
Listen, I'm not gonna stand here and want to take those shots, you understand me? Let's go.
Round number 5 has arrived. Well off the mark by the professional. Just like that. The professional's out there just waiting on the counterpunch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, why is he? Because he knows if he walks in, he's going to get caught. So what he wants to do is, he knows there's basically a guard at that door. He's trying to get that guard to get out of there so he can go through that door.
good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision. Where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
That's a forceful two-punch combo by Sugar. The professional's not firing off the big power punches. I gotta wonder why.
Sometimes a guy is making a solid agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what to come back at him.
Off the target by Sugar. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Sugar's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination?
Pace yourself.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counter punch.
And that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Don't stand in front of him.
And with the start of this round, the halfway point of this fight.
That's what I want to see.
Sugar's strategy coming in was to land a lot of jabs. Teddy, you got to grade him out with an A.
Maybe even an A+, Joe. That plus is the right hand. Once the jab has been there, bang, the right hand came just when it was supposed to. Give him an A+.
Super two-punch combo by Sugar. At the halfway point of round 7. And he's holding.
1, 2. 1, 2.
He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Sugar. Unable to connect by the professional. Sugar's combination punching is working well here. Last 10 seconds.
Just keep working and it's your fight. Don't get lazy out there.
Start around number 8. A look at Teddy's scorecard shows that he's in complete control. Teddy, you don't want to become overly cautious, but if you're in his corner, what can you tell him to bring this home for a win?
Well, it's been a good journey. I mean, you're driving that car beautifully. You know, the only thing is get out of the left lane, move over to the right lane. You know, let that bad traffic, let those trucks go by. You don't want an accident right now. Just keep going, nice and steady, but in the right lane. Get out of that left lane.
Takes one to get one. He comes back with a right hand. The professionals wanting the counterpunch here. But that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight, Teddy.
No, he has to be honest with himself and see that. But, you know, people under pressure in all walks of life, you know, in the ring, especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way. At the end of the day, people are going to say, oh, that guy fought kind of fight that's, you know, hard to fight with, you know, and he has an excuse. Maybe that's what's going on right now.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Great work offensively, landing that combination by Sugar. Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. And that's the end of round 8. Sugar's in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards a win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent can get back into this fight.
He's tied! He's tied! Beat him with a punch!
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Sugar's throwing wide punches. If I'm standing opposite of that, I jump on it.
Yeah, well, if you're the fighter, that's where you have to be kind of like into a Kodak moment, where you take a picture and you say, okay, remember that, and the next time, bang, I'm going to take advantage.
And he engages in the clinch. Well-targeted jab that time. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Look at that. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. Sugar's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. There is hardly a doubt as to what this result will be. I know anything can happen, but all that's happened all night long is one guy punishing the other.
Well, it looks like Kobe Bryant on a good night when that basket is 20 feet big. I mean, he just can't miss.
The professionals coming out to fight this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, any idea? Do you think he's recouped enough here?
Well, we're going to find out very quickly by looking at his legs. You're going to look downstairs just like you look downstairs in the basement of a house to see whether or not those bricks are in place, or whether or not some of the mortar has kind of disappeared and the bricks are a little loose. We want to see if those legs are stable, if they're firm.
Double up on your punches!
right, we've reached the halfway point of round 10. That was not well targeted by the professional. Scores with the combo to the head. That right hand over the top lands flush. Nice block. Sugar's really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face because his defense has been stellar. I mean, so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
That was a miss by Sugar.
Stand up. Move that body. You need to move that body more.
Start of round number 11, Teddy's scorecard. Sugar's got a huge lead as we come down to the stretch run of this fight.
The only way you can lose this fight is if he makes a mistake, not just the conventional one that most people would think, where he gets a little greedy, does too much, but if he stops punching. If he goes too defensive, maybe the opponent gets an opportunity. Right, kind of like on a...